Hello, and welcome back once again to Infinite Jeff, the project where I read the book Infinite Jest, one page at a time, one day at a time, more or less. Right now we're going to edit 9 pages of this and its sister series, Jeff Finnegan's Wake, and upload them to YouTube. So I hope that doesn't take too long, because I'd like to eat dinner at some point. But anyway, luckily I had a big lunch, leftover corned beef and potatoes and carrots, and it was kind of a lot of food, which is fine because I'm hungry. I'm definitely hungry that time of day. Sometimes I eat a small lunch when I open early in the morning, because I eat around 10 o'clock, 10:30, and get home, ostensibly around 2:30. But sometimes it's 3:30, sometimes 4. Depending on what I do after work, if anything. So sometimes it'll be like it'll be 6-7 hours between meals. And if I only have a little bit of food, then I feel pretty fucking hungry. And I was telling that story just to demonstrate that because I've had a lot of food for lunch today, that I should be able to, at least, it's only 3:19, so it's only been about 5 hours. But as I was telling the story about how I shouldn't get hungry right now, I started to get hungry. So, don't talk about how hungry you aren't, because that'll backfire and you'll get hungry. Anyway, this is page 394. Hope you enjoy stupid tangents into my life. I know certain listeners do. So, 394, here we go. Transverse angled shots of a modest, green-masked gentle accepting tight-lipped handshakes from Mexican and Canadian officials in an agreement to make the U.S. president the first chair of the Organization of North American Nations, with Mexican Presidente and new heavily guarded Canadian PM to be co-vice chairs. Gentle's first State of the ONAN address, delivered before a triple-size Congress on the very last day of BS, solar time, holds out the promise of a whole bright spanking new millennium of sacrifices and rewards and interdependence's not impossibly radically altered new look, continent-wide. Section break! Do not underestimate objects, Lyle says. Do not underestimate objects. Lyle says he finds it impossible to overstress this. Do not underestimate objects. Partridge K.S.'s serve and volley prodigy Ortho, the Darkness Stice, 16A's very top man, whose sauna-fresh torso gleams the same color as the moonlight off the idle weight's metal, is being driven right to the edge by the fact that he goes to sleep with his bed against one wall, but then wakes up with his bed against a whole nother wall. Stice had already had a whole series of beefs with his roommate Kyle D. Coyle, because he'd figured early Coyle was moving Stice's bed around in Stice's sleep. But then Coyle got put in the infirmary with a suspicious discharge, and he's been out of the room for the last 2 nights, Coyle, and here Stice is, still waking up with his bed against a different wall. So then he thought like Axford or Struck was dickieing his door with a meal card and sneaking in really late, messing with Stice's bed out of obscure motives. But last night, Stice jammed a chair up against his door and piled empty tennis ball cans on the chair to make a racket if there was any dickieing, and lined up still more cans on the sills of all 3 windows just to cover all bases. So the reason he's here in this AM, he wakes up with his bed moved all over against the chair by the door at an angle he doesn't care for one bit, and with all the extra ball cans arranged in a neat pyramid in the dusty rectangle where his bed was supposed to normally be. Ortho Stice can think of only 3 possible explanations for what's going on, and he presents them to an attentive, cheek-sucking Lyle in ascending order of grimness. One is that Stice is telekinetic, but only in his sleep. 2 is that somebody else at ETA is telekinetic and has it in for Stice and wants to drive him batsoid for some reason. 3 is that Stice is like getting up in his sleep and rearranging the room without knowing it or remembering it, which means he's a severe fucking somnambulist, which means Lord only knows what all else he could get up and wander around and do in his sleep. He's got promise, the staff says. He's got quite a legit shot at the show when he graduates, which he does not want to mess up with any sort of telekinetic or somnambulistical shenanigans. Stice offers up the planes of his torso and forehead. He wears... Okay, that was the penultimate page that I'm recording today. And then, after I get the next page recorded, and all 18 fucking pages edited and uploaded, then I should be back to my 1-a-day schedule. Sometimes I get behind. Oh, there's more of the thing where I read really loudly and then do the header. Coming up on like page 399. So look forward to that. Oh, and then there's some fucking dialogue. Just straight up dialogue. Oh, man. Am I filming one of these pages? I think I'm filming one of these pages. There's pages of just dialogue. Oh, that's great. That's awesome. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Cool. Anyway, that's page 394. You all have a great night. 'Cause I love ya. Want to hold you right.